I did want to ask you, because there is a source of clean energy out there. It's been around for 50 years, more. It's base load. It can be very large. And yet the Sierra Club says
we support geothermal.
Well played. No, I was going to ask you about nuclear.
Yes.
Because the Sierra Club has said for many years it's unequivocally opposed to nuclear.
Yeah.
But folks like Jim Hansen and Stuart Brand, as you know, have changed their, well, I'm not sure if they've changed their mind, but they've come out quite publicly recently talking about the need. Where do you stand on that? Why can't you support nuclear? I mean, if climate is the defining issue of our time, it should be a no-brainer.
Nuclear power doesn't need our support. It needs a lot more than what the Sierra Club would say. We're opposed to nuclear. The Sierra Club has been opposed to nuclear power since the late 60s for concerns about safety, storage of radioactive waste, et cetera. If there was an actual debate about nuclear power in this country that was a serious one, and if you had financiers who really were going to put serious money behind nuclear power, then it would be a different question. It is not an active question. There, you know, the Vogtle plant, obviously.
We're building a nuclear plant right now in this house.
That's one, maybe two, perhaps there'll be 3 or 4. We can focus the national debate on a couple units if that is useful. But honestly, there is not a serious proposal, particularly in the U.S., to scale up nuclear power in any way that would make a big difference.
If you came out on stage tonight and said, for climate reasons, I support nuclear, we should be building more nuclear plants, what would happen? What would your members do? Do you think you'd continue on as executive director for much longer?
Well, I wouldn't do it. So, I mean,
well, but that's my way of asking. I mean, does you're a grassroots organization. You depend on your members. Is that a step too far? I guess what I'm asking is it a step too far to ask the Sierra Club to support nuclear? And does that influence your decision at all on this?
No, I respect what our members believe, and of course, you know, I enjoy my job, and I'm not going to throw it away. But I don't agree that nuclear power is a real solution. The expansion of nuclear power is a real, pragmatic, serious solution.
What about keeping the plants open?
Well, that's a different question.
Okay, well,
so to talk about that is something that we're wrestling with right now.
The Sierra Club as an organization?
There's a proposal here in California. We've already taken off the San Onofre natural gas
Diablo
plant.
Canyon
is up for discussion right now.
Where do you think the Sierra Club is going to come down on it? Where do you come down on it?
Well, this is what we're trying to figure this out right now.
Okay.
But
what about you?
Our thinking with all.
You're the leader. Can you give us any sense as to where you're coming down on this?
I would like to see nuclear plants come offline in California or elsewhere right at the earliest point at which solar, wind, efficiency, renewables, clean energy can fill in the mix. I would not want to see a significant expansion of gas in order to fill behind nuclear power.
Okay.
So we made an argument when San Onofre came offline, which was on an accelerated timeline that we, in an ideal world, wouldn't have benefited from, you know, that we were arguing for. We advocated quite strenuously with Southern California Edison and others to show how, particularly using storage and demand response, as well as solar and a little bit of wind, that we didn't need the major build-out of gas that was being proposed. So we think that the technology is there. Southern California Edison's own studies showed that those technologies for which we're advocating came in at a lower cost than new gas, but we weren't able to win the politics on it.
Gotcha.